We had some rain overnight. I'm wondering about going out to the chicks and back for the day. We'll have breakfast and have a think about it. There's looking over to the Parua Bay compound of the Whangarei Cruising Club. Over here's Manganese Point. We live on the far side, and looks like a two-masted sailboat of some description. I've got the generator going because I've had the toaster and the jug on. It's raining. Maybe we won't be leaving just yet. Oh, we have some sunshine now, so we will make a start. Looks sunnier in that direction. Up that way is Whangarei Bay, and the smaller shallow bay closer to us where we've anchored twice now. Well, the wind's probably not quite what we expected, but we'll go and have a look anyway. So there's Mount Mania, Mount Aubrey, and then we're going to head out the entrance over there. Well, there's sunshine over at One Tree Point. Marsden Point Yacht Club is celebrating its 50 years in a week or two, and looking away up to town. Manganese Point's on the right hand side. Ships in at Northport, two tankers at Marsden Point. Well, neither of these tankers is ours, so that's the first one. Here's the other one. It's called Auspicious. Well, not a bad name for a boat. There's looking at Little Whangarei Bay, and around there is Tararua Bay. It's high tide, so near banks are well underwater. We could take Catamaran over here in a couple of places. Possibly could get WAKAWAKA over, but I'm not going to try. There's Green Tail. Way down there is Cape Rodney. We've still got rain down between Ruakaka and Waipu. Main's up, but we're going to be into fluky conditions shortly under the hills. So there's Urquhardts Bay. The rain's moved down to about, coming up Waipu, I suppose. We're heading out the channel. Should be slack tide now. Yeah, looks no significant current to me. Wind's a bit fluky in here under the hill. got rain in behind us. And lighter sky that away. That's the French one. You can go inside it. Oh, there's Hen Island and Sail Rock on the right. Way in behind the Frenchman you can see a little barrier, which is currently coming out behind the Hen. No, it's not that pleasant out here, but we'll go this way and just see what eventuates. That's Bream Head, all the hills of out there. We're currently doing, well, almost 7 knots straight into this short chop. A fairly close haul. I can tie up the main thing. Well, we are progressing along, so little pictures, Beach Cove. Well, look, I got the main halyard tied it away. Oh, that's the jib halyard here. Sorry, that's the jib sheet lying on the floor on my foot. I've got it currently set on 47 degrees port tack wind mode. No point going much closer because the waves won't be helping, and we're powering on through them quite well. Mind you, a bit heavier than Catamaran 2. Autopilot's busy working away. Apparent wind's running along at about 18, gusting up to 20 at times, and true winds, you know, sort of 16-ish. But we're doing 6 to 7 knots. Oh, we're just about off Bream Head. It's actually not very pleasant here. No real great prospect the day's going to improve. We've come from back there. Quite tempted to turn around. There's the chicks on the left, again on the right. Sail Rock over there. And then Cape Rodney. And then Bream Tail, Whangarei just beyond. Well, the crew's been enjoying a sleep in. He tells me it's quite nice on bed. We're up past Bream Head now, we can see up the coast. So that's Tutukaka. Oh, sorry, that's the Poor Knights out there. A little bit of heel on. Not much. And the line glasses are not clanking. I got the spacing right. Oh, we're not laying the chicks, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, forgot to put the boat hook away, but not going to go up there at the moment. I don't think it will go anywhere. We have a number of spares anyway. Stuart's enjoying his breakfast. Well, the benefit of the Catamaran is everything's still sitting where we put it. Oh, I've just measured it, our heel's only maximum of 4 degrees. So there's looking up the coast to Tutukaka, Bream Head, Tairuru Head, and then the gables at Tutukaka. Well, 50 degrees apparent as we're chugging along at almost 7 knots. Right, there's the chickens coming up the beam. We obviously are not going to lay them, and I think we'll just might go around the hen and then back to shore or to the harbour and sail rock. Oh, the chicks is coming down close to the swell. We're just going into the chop now. Looking back, and I see one of the tankers has left. Dolphins. Oh, Sail Rock's just disappearing behind the hen. So the dolphins, we didn't see them for long, so we've now got a fairly good view of the little barrier coming out from behind and across to the chicks. I just eased off a little bit onto a close reach, and we'll head round the end of the hen. And that's little barrier up there, and Great Barrier is up there. Maybe you can see it. Well, we briefly had dolphins. Didn't manage to get them on film, but Stuart retrieved the boat hook, so it hasn't gone missing. Chicks, so copper mine to the right, Pookie in the middle, Lady Alice on the left, and then I forget the name of the one back here, and we're getting close to the eastern end of the hen. Well, there's islands out here in the Mocha Hen House. Been there, went past the travelling light and stopped at Kathmandu. Sail rock appearing. This gets pummeled in a big easterly. That's all volcanic, of course. Preparing to jibe. We can use the turning block here to bring her onto the electric winch. Okay, successful jibe. Successfully around the end of the hen. Oh, it's a lot calmer now, going along the south side. I imagine the wind's going to get a bit funny. Ideal time to have lunch really, as it's 12 o'clock-ish. Looking back east, so Hen over there. Great Barrier Island over there. A little barrier island here. I can just see Enid Coromandel there. Hauraki Gulf's down here, and then we've got Kowal, then Cape Rodney, a big Mangawai sandhill, and Mangawai is actually just in behind Sail Rock. That's much calmer in here. I can have lunch. Oh, Grandma's ashes, or my mum, are scattered over by Sail Rock, and we'll have to bring Granddad's out to join her one day when the weather's more pleasant and we have more family in attendance. Oh, we see the harbour entrance again. Oh, we've got a yacht anchored down here, and just worried we could have an unwanted jibe as the wind's dead behind us at the moment. Trouble with anchoring here, very, very deep. Got to be careful of wind gusts rotoring off the top and blowing you back towards shore. Obviously they're being blown back towards shore. I don't think I'd want to spend the night out here. Been boats wrecked and at least one death while we've been up here. Is looking now to Bream Head. Oh, it won't be too long. We'll be out of shelter again and have a quick trip back to the harbour. Well, we can see the most western of the chicks starting to appear. Oh, winds all over the place in here. Not surprising under the hill, but I'm sure normal service will resume soon. Yeah, that noise. That's a jumping cogs. the outgoing tide and fickle wind under these hills, so we chipped down an engine oil on shore. One tanker left in at Marsden Point, and looking back to where we've come from. A couple of bit of distance, obviously rounding a mark here. We're going to go and anchor somewhere up here, like maybe off the Arnolds. Now that's a fast boat. And the leading keeler seems to have managed to get through the bad wind and the adverse tide. Okay, we're anchored reasonably shallow water off the Arnolds. So that's the Arnolds house over there. Oh, they've since passed, but it was the parents of friends of mine. Not far from shore, but we should be fine. So it's coming up low tide. It's looking back to Urquhardts Bay, and there's the island on the sandbank. Looking across to Marsden Point. So the two leading boats are making headway with the tide. Of course, over here is Mount Whangarei, and the other side of this headland is Parua Bay. Catamaran here. Well, the autopilot sounded like it was jumping on the chain on its sprocket, so let's go up and have a look. Right, well, here's the motor, and the sprocket is in here, so there must be an adjustment to drop the motor down a bit and tighten it up, because there's the chain for the steering. There's the steering wheel, and then here's the chain down to the autopilot drive. And yep, pretty slack. Well, got to tighten, not easy. Bit of a funny system. And then I dropped my phone. I went down where the cables were, ended up there where the cables sort of come up here from. But I got Stuart to bring me and allowed me to find it. It's been quite a pleasant afternoon, but there is still rain around. Nicer looking that way. Another rain shower. Hasn't quite got to us though. I'm sure it will happen though. But it didn't rain while we were out there, and we had quite a nice mid-afternoon. Oh, there's a better view of the Arnolds. Rain has arrived. Probably do with a bit of a downpour to wash all the salt off the boat. Bit of spray around today. Oh, the rain didn't come to much here. Nice looking evening. Oh, we've just had a rain shower. Sun's appeared from below the cloud. Let's see if we can get a time lapse. Oh, the rain has set in, heavier this time. Well, that should wash a lot of the salt off. No, it's Sunday, heading back up harbour. It's high tide, so we'll be into the tide a wee bit. Team New Zealand, of course, has just won the America's Cup. Just fantastic. We're going that way. Champagne sailing, sitting at 6 to 7 knots on a broad reach, heading up Whangarei Harbour.